Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Pulls it in at the 13. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First carry for Kenyon Drake. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down.
Taken down. Good tackle for a loss there by Kyle Van Noy, and he had his best years in New England. Led them in combined tackles in 2018, and they won the Super Bowl at the conclusion of that season. Miami certainly hopes he can help. A defense that ranked 30th in yards allowed per game last year. They certainly hope he can lead and continue to show plays like that.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Murray. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
And that is incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to pass. Tua. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws. but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
A gain of a yard.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On third and short, Drake. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal.
2-yard line.
From the 2, here's first and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
No gain on the play.
So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Minus 9 yards on the play, and now it's third down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Murray now, third and goal. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Brandon, you know how we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan? That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball? And in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And that'll bring up second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
It's a game
run there by Matt Breida, and he spent the early part of his career in San Francisco sharing the backfield and sharing the ball. What you really want with him, open space and make sure he's touching it, because he can take it from 0 to the end zone in a very short amount of time.
Two and now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cox. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
First down, Miami.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
The tackle made by Devondre Campbell. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Cardinals' 24-yard line.
We're scoreless after one.
First quarter with no score.
It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Tua. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They run for it with Breida. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
And a Dolphin first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now it's Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the gun, it's Drake. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Kenyon Drake certainly kind of a little more keyed up for this one. Remember, he was traded by the Dolphins to the Cardinals at midseason last year in the middle of the Dolphins restructuring, shall we say. And in 3.5 years in South Florida, Drake ran for better than 1,500 yards with 15 total touchdowns. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals! Christian Kirk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. And that is one, no doubt, that may come back to haunt them because the PAT tied it. They didn't need to go for 2.
I keep searching for an explanation. I know it's quick right here. I think I can search for the next year and not come up with anything that absolutely works. Kick the point, man. Kick the point.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Drake on the carry.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Oh, yeah. Come back. Here we go again. Mark 55.
Now Murray. Going for the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Buda Baker on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan coach him, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
3rd down. And 6 yards to go.
Now Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
It's a
gain of 32 that time.
1st down, Dolphins.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a give to Breida. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
On the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Tua. He'll let this go for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jakeem Grant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there, and boy, it was pretty.
14.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Come on now, come on now.
Murray now. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Throwing now is Murray. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Murray now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again, Murray. This one caught by Isabella. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Mike 55.
Murray to air it out again. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
He was covered by Noah Igbo.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 54 yards away. Gonzalez's kick is good. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
I sat down with my accountant and said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go for verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Breida to get the third quarter started. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought
no doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Tua sets up to pass it. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. And it's 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He'll set up the screen to Drake. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. A quick throw complete out to Isabella. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. To throw, it's Murray. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Tua going to throw. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And they'll run for it with Miller. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Gain of 1 yard. 1st down, Miami.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On the handoff, this is Breida. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He was brought down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They run again with Breida. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. Just enough to get the 1st down there with a 1-yard pickup.
The Dolphin 1st down.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's a handoff left side to Breida. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa to a hit, and the ball is out. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the letter jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
10 at the 38-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Murray. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Cardinals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Murray. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th.
In a 4th down.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for a 4th quarter lead.
5-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he's going to put that one through the post.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Now Tua, a big spot for the rookie from Alabama. That past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On third down, Miller. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
2 yards on the play.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Lamar Miller. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
At the 33-yard
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
This is Breida. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
It's a gain of 10.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator is going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Here's Breida. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
He's brought down at the 37.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. On 2nd down, Tua. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Murray. His throw incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st down, Drake. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
50-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground with Drake. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Murray again. This is Drake. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Tagovailoa looking to throw it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for Miami. 64 yards.
First down.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
A loss of 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt.
15.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Cardinals, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7.